Morning, guys. How you doing? Welcome back to the Spurs Talk Show. I'm Sean Butler. Well, there's Bugsy Malone. This is your Wednesday morning transfer news, views and clues update. Please do me a favour, guys. Smash the like button for me on the video, like you always do. Smash the subscribe on the channel if you haven't already. Join the now 12,000 people that have gone before. Welcome back to all of those. Welcome to the new. Hit the notification bell and drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on today's topic. And guys, we are back to centre-back stories. Listen, let's start with Ange Postecoglou's comments. I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it in front of me. But in a nutshell, he said, look, I don't think it's a secret that we're looking for centre-backs. You know, there was two major areas to the team that needed improvements this summer. One of them was a goalkeeper, and we signed Ricario, and the other is its centre-backs. And so we're hoping to make improvements and get some of those deals done very quickly. I'm paraphrasing, but that is the essential gist of it. So we're all on the same page. All of the fans know it. He knows it. The club knows it. Every other club knows it. It just comes down to identifying who they are, or who he is, if it's only one, and getting the price done. What is interesting, though, is that last night at about, I don't know, was it 7 o'clock or something, the news breaks that Blackburn Rovers, because of the financial issues that they are going through, basically are having a fire sale, and that they are in need to raise money. The chairman's come out and said everyone's potentially up for sale. The manager of Blackburn Rovers might end up walking away because of the complications or the consequences of such a strategy playing out. But one of the beneficiaries of that is apparently going to be Tottenham Hotspur, who apparently, allegedly, it's done, it's not confirmed or announced yet, but it is done, is that Tottenham have signed or are signing Ashley Phillips, 18-year-old Ashley Phillips, who's 6'3". He's built like a brick something house, very physical. He's played at the championship level, he's played at international level, he's England under 18 level. Very, very highly rated, and apparently this is a 2-year pursuit that Tottenham have had and been looking into this guy, and because of the circumstances are taking advantage of the opportunity. To me, I am absolutely fine with it. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about the guy. I've just read quite a lot about him over the last 15 hours and watched a few clips. You know, it's great if you can have an 18-year-old that's already at championship level standard. Then, you know, sounds superb, sounds lovely. But then Joe Rodon sounded like a dream signing. Lots of these young players coming in sound great on paper. Some of them work out, some of them don't. I'm more than happy for Tottenham to be going and doing this sort of thing. But the outrage that some people on Twitter are throwing is just typical emotional extremes. And I think the timing of it's a little bit unhelpful in that he happens to be a centre-back and we happen to be looking for centre-backs, and people put two and two together and think that he will be one of the two centre-backs that we sign. And listen, I'm not saying he definitely won't be, but I'm almost saying he definitely won't be. I think that's completely separate. It was just an opportunity that they couldn't miss out on because he's someone they've been looking at for a long time, and it makes sense. So hopefully we'll see him coming through the door, as long as we can also get the rest of the work done. And if you watched the game yesterday, then you'll know that the glaring holes in the team are still to be filled are at centre-back spot. Sanchez couldn't handle it. Tanganga couldn't handle it. Ben Davies wasn't spectacular. There's so many issues. Even Romero, I mean, I don't think he had a bad game, but he didn't have a great game either. We can't head the ball. Defensively, we're all at sea when it comes to set pieces. I spoke about this all day yesterday, to the point where people were saying that I was obsessed with Tottenham's height issues, but I do think it's an issue when you've got Pedro Porro, Ollie Skip, Serge Reguilon, Manor Solomon, James Maddison. 5 players on the pitch in the first half that were all shorter than 5'9", and lo and behold, we concede 2 goals from the air, or aerial threats. It's an issue. You're going to get dominated by teams who are physically bigger and stronger. I'm not saying that all those 5 players will be playing at the same time, but in any event, when you have been lowering your average height of your squad, to me it's a concern. And so we need to go and find these centre-backs that can balance that out. And obviously Van de Ven and Tapsoba are 2 players that can do that. Van de Ven is 6'2", 2.5. Tapsoba I think is 6'3.5". Both monsters. Postecoglou has announced that we're looking for centre-backs, so we have to get one done. I think we really need to get it done as quickly as possible. I'm fine if Ashley Phillips wants to come out and join the team in Australia and get some experience. Very cool for him, but whether or not he is ready for first team football at the Premier League level, I'm not going to say he is. Where I would go instead with my transfer news, views and clues, guys, is when you look at the story that's coming out of Turkey right now, which is that Tottenham have agreed a deal with Galatasaray for Victor Nelsson, and that will see 12 million of your English readies moving towards Turkey, and Davinson Sanchez too, and we will get a Victor Nelsson in his place. Once again, I'll say to you, the story is always the same coming out of Turkey. The deal is always done, but it never actually seems to be done. So we will wait and see. But Victor Nelsson, for me, is he an improvement on Davinson Sanchez? Yes. Is he an improvement on Japhet Tanganga? Yes. Is he someone that really excites me? No. Does he have mistakes in him? 100%. What's his biggest skill set? For me, it's pinging long balls, which sounds great, but I don't necessarily think that that's too necessary in a Postecoglou system where you want to play possession-based football. We shall see how it works out if it comes in. I would really hope that the situation isn't that we sign Ashley Phillips and Victor Nelsson. How would I feel about Tottenham signing Victor Nelsson as the second centre-back to sit behind, say, Christian Romero, and then getting Tapsoba? I'm absolutely fine with that. If we can get Tapsoba, obviously the ideal scenario is Tapsoba and Van de Ven. Of course, we all know that. Are we going to get both? Well, apparently both players have agreed personal terms. It's just a case of getting the last bits and pieces done with regards payment structure and overall figure with Leverkusen for Tapsoba, and apparently Wolfsburg are just playing a little bit silly beggars with moving the needle after the deal has been agreed for Van de Ven. Apparently that's what I'm reading, but who knows. But listen, if it's not Van de Ven and Tapsoba, would I be okay with Van de Ven and Nelsson? They're both massive improvements on what we have, but I don't think there's a monster name in there. I think if you get Tapsoba and Nelsson, I'm okay with it. Van de Ven and Nelsson, it's a little bit underwhelming. It's a little bit of the cheaper man's option stuff again. I'd rather get Tosin. I'd be okay with Tosin Adarabioyo and Van de Ven as a compromise. Tosin and Tapsoba, fine. Absolutely fine with that. We'll see though, guys. I think we've got to make a move soon. We've got Leicester on Sunday. More of the same from the football. And in terms of other transfer news, there really isn't any apart from the Harry Kane saga has taken another little twist, which is to say that Barcelona are very interested in signing him should he run down his contract and leave for free next summer. They can't enter the race for him now. They can't afford him for FFP reasons, but they might be able to find a way on a free transfer next summer should the opportunity rise. And like I say to you at the start of this, I think I said at the start of this video, maybe it was a previous video, I don't know, there's a reason why Harry Kane isn't doing any Spurs Play interviews. You know, even in Spurs Play, you can control the narrative. You don't have to ask the questions that the journalists are going to ask if they get the chance to speak to him. But he's not been given any rope at all with regards access to the press. He put out a tweet saying, good to get some minutes, etc. It's all very much about him, not about the team. So make of that what you will, guys. For me, I think it's abundantly clear that he wants out of the football club, and if he does, then providing that there is the right number, I think you have to let him go. If you love them, let them go, but have enough time left in the locker to go and replace him. It's a very difficult one because there's so few number 9s out there and so many bigger clubs than Tottenham that are after 9s, to the tune where Rasmus Højlund is maybe going to join Manchester United for 70 odd million or 80 million quid. The guy's played half a season of good football in a top 5 league. I mean, it's demand and supply economics. It is what it is. Guys, I'll leave it there. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, bye-bye.